Good morning, good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? Come on in. This could be really fun. Today's gonna be my favorite day I've ever had in my life. We're gonna jump inside of Unity and we're gonna work on this little dog game we're making. It's really, 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 really adorable, honestly. I can't wait to show you what I worked on last night. I've been kind of obsessively working on this. Can't stop, won't stop. I'm gonna open up Unity and we're gonna go ahead and get started. By the way, guys, feel free to download my free 2D game kit below. It's totally free. It's my treat to you. I used this exact 2D game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in 14 days, and then I got to play it in front of his subscribers, which was really awesome. So download that. Use it however you want. It's my treat to you. Yeah. Okay. All right, stop wasting my time, guys. Let's go ahead and get started here. So if you take a look at Unity, we have been working our butts off on this game, and this is like a 3-week-old game. And by the way, if you haven't downloaded my free 2D game kit below, go ahead and check that out. It's totally free, my treat to you. You can use it however you want. I used this game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in just 14 days. So if you guys want to be as cool as me, you can definitely do that by just clicking below and downloading that 2D game kit. It's totally free. All right, I want to show you guys what we've worked on here so far. So right now, what we're kind of obsessively trying to fine-tune, and by the way, what we're doing here is we're fine-tuning everything related to this game mechanically. The mechanics are super duper important. I want the mechanics, there to be no doubt that they are so perfectly fine-tuned. Everything is so fun that you can just scale and spread, make the game as big as you want, and it's always fun. So we are fine-tuning like crazy. Once we get all of these mechanics set up, all the generic classes set up, then people like Gordon can come into the game and scale it and make it bigger and bigger and bigger. And by the way, Gordon is one of my interns, and he and I were just talking, and he's gonna help out with the dev side of this project here. That is, if he behaves himself. If he doesn't, then, well, I don't really want you working on my team. Okay, let's go ahead and hit play here. I want to show you what we've got. What I did prior to this live stream is I just went in and created this enemy class really quick. I didn't really want to create this enemy class live because it was kind of a pain, okay? So let me show you. First off, before I show you the enemy class, I want to show you how we've made the player movement just a little bit better. When you jump in the air, you have a lot more air control. It's tight. See that? It's really tight. You can see the drop shadow is like basically instant stop and instant start. The reason behind that is you want to be able to know exactly where you're jumping. If I'm jumping on this box, I want to know exactly where I am, okay? The same is true with this enemy over here. Any of these 3D platforming games, these ones from the past, resurrected, like Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie, they have pretty tight air control, okay? So I can kill that enemy type right there. So that's the enemy type currently. It's not the most robust enemy type, but it is the core, okay? So that is currently what we've got. Now I wanted to show you really quick the menu system we created yesterday. This is something I'm really excited about.
Choose your good boy.
So we've got Animal Crossing music playing right now just because we want to be able to get a feel for what this game could be. It's really important to put in stuff you're inspired by and then see if you can replicate that later on when you've really fine-tuned exactly what you want the game to be. Okay? All right. So we could pick our clothes, type in our name, press enter.
Good choice.
And then get started. And this music is from Legend of Zelda, just so you guys are aware. So that's what we've got, guys. Everything is really tight, but the truth is it's not tight enough. There's a few things that we need to tweak. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually work on a few sound effects for these enemy types here. You can get hurt here. I wish it knocked you back more, honestly, but it doesn't. I gotta fix that. But when we land on him, we need smacky sound effects like you might see in Wind Waker, okay? I've got it in my head, but I want to make sure that we all have a vision here. So we're going to go online onto the interwebs and go to YouTube, and we're just going to watch the Wind Waker together, okay? The Wind Waker Temple. Let's see here. What temple? Makar and Wind Temple. There we go. Let's just do this one. Now this will help us better get an idea of the sounds we want. Listen to this. It's like a smack. Do you hear that? It's a smack. It's a smack. So what we want to do is turn on the fan because it's really hot in here. And then we want to get a smack sound. You guys ready to go find some smack sounds? It's like a big smack sound. So I haven't had any luck finding smack sounds on Artlist. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to freesound.org. Freesound.org has some pretty good smack sounds, actually. So let's look for a smack sound. And this is going to be a sound we're going to use over and over and over again. Every time you hit an enemy. Right? And there'll also be an explode sound. You can usually tell in the waveform if it's a good sound. Or a balloon pop. Try that. That, I feel like, would be a really good sound for the death, okay? We'll type in explode as well. Sorry, too loud, too loud. Give me a sec. Sorry. I don't know. Let's open this up in Freesound and get an idea. What we're trying to do is get an exploding sound mixed with this. So this is really the death sound. So we want it to be right? Sort of that combo feeling. Game feel is pretty much everything, and that's 60% of it is just sound. Okay, so we're going to find the perfect explosion sound. I think these might work for the actual hit sounds. Okay, so we'll download those really quick. I hope those are in the right folder. Okay, good, they are. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Artlist, and we're going to get a few more sounds. And once we get these sounds downloaded, we can start bringing them into Audacity, okay? Okay, smack. Actually, I know for certain we want that explode sound. I kind of like that one. We'll download that one. That one feels pretty good. Well, we're not doing dog sounds right now. What we're doing is although I like your idea a lot. Indie respawn. Let's see here. That feels kind of good. I'm gonna search for something like crumble instead. That's it. Okay. All right, so let's do the first one. The first one I want to do is just the full-on death, okay? Because this one I think I have enough sounds, and this is gonna be death for any enemy. It's gonna be that explosion sound, okay? And this is really there's three. This is tough actually. There's three sound effects, okay? Three sound effect groups. Smack sounds, die sounds, and then an explosion of the body. It's tough. There's a lot going on here. And this is one of those things where you go, is this really worth it? Is it really worth my time to make a very low budget indie game? And the answer is yes. So we have that. And we have one more. The reason why it's worth it is because if people are going to be doing this over and 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 over again, you want to make sure you want to make sure that it feels amazing. Okay, next I want to do is get his crumble. Ooh, that feels really good actually. So let's see if we can combine all of these and get a good sound. That feels great. Turn this up a little. And then merge them together. And then scale them down. Regarding the license, some of you are talking about the Artlist license. From what I've gathered, it's legal. Right now, I'm not super worried about the sounds. I'm just trying to get a vertical slice done. I'm gonna make it a little bit faster. So don't hold me to it like being perfectly legal. I did look it up. I read that it was good for indie games, but the specifics of the license, I'm not so sure. Enemy, corpse, explode. All right, we've got the corpse explode done. Now we need the death sound, okay? I kind of like just that one. So it'd be wah, 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 right? So it'd be a combination of a smack sound and then this one. We're almost there, guys. Let's get the hit sounds done first, because I'm having trouble hearing out the final hit sound. I want that smack sound. Whoosh. A whip. I like that. That's cool. That might be it. This might be pretty good. Let's download this whip sound. Whip sound. And then a punch sound. I believe we can do punch in pre-sound. There's some pretty good sounds here. Okay. There you go. All right, we're close. Indie Respawn says, Thomas, you're an inspiration to me. I started my own game project using UE5. Not everyone can be perfect, LOL. Yeah, I mean, you're more perfect than me. I've heard good things about Unreal. All right, let's combine it here. Open this file in Audacity. This is going to be the punch sounds, right? We're just going to worry about getting one perfect sound. See what I tell you? These are great sounds. We're going to combine that with the balloon burst sound, okay? Mix and render. And we're going to see if we can do some reverb here to make it seem a little bit more full. I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but we're going to take a look. Thank you. You said the dog game is turning out really pretty or really cool. Thank you so much. No, they're not free to use commercially. You got to pay a subscription service for this sound library. We just need one more smack sound. Almost like a high-pitched whip sound. Smack. Let's type in smack. Stop. We're getting a nice combo here of a variety of sounds, my friends. All right, guys, let's take a look here. Bring this down. Take a look here. Turn it down. All right. Okay, I need one more sound. There's something missing. A thud, a poof. Punch. Not a push, a punch. We need like a boom. Like a thoo. A thud. That might do it. That might do it, my friends. And you know, this isn't even going to be something I like in the long run. I know this. I know me. At this point, I know me. Sometimes you just got to keep moving. Tracks, mix and render, pull them down. You want to make sure that bass isn't too loud. Bring it up just a little. A little bit. There we go. Tracks, mix and render. And then... Okay. So, what's next, guys? What's next is fade out. And then export it as a wave. And what we're going to do is go up by 3 pitches. Bump, 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 pa. and then the body explodes after it flips over, curls up, and then dies, right? We got a lot going on. Not my favorite day because there's a lot of idiosyncrasies here, but we're going to try to do our best. We want it to feel very rewarding for the player, okay? So, enemy, hit one, hit me one. I like to specify who it's hitting. Is it hitting the player or is it hitting me? It's hitting the enemy. So hit me one. And then we're going to go up, but I'm going to actually copy it and do a pitch increase on the second layer. Well, let me see here. One sec. Change pitch. Almost. A little bit higher. I don't know if I like the pitch change. Maybe just a subtle pitch change and that's all we need. No. We're going to keep it as is. We're going to combine this with the crumble sound, like that pop sound we had after you kill it, which is something like this crunchy rock impact. This one right here. It's not my favorite. Whatever. Export. And I think we're good to go. So we've got the hit sound, we've got the die sound, and then we've got the explode sound. We're going to combine all three of these in our enemy, okay? So we've got enemy, and this is going to be die, okay? Now, let's get the hit sound working properly. This is the first step. We just want the hit sound working. Let's go to our scene here. It's currently called Art Test 2, all right? Thomas, you sound a lot happier with these dog games than the father game. That's because I am. I'm enjoying myself a lot more, especially because this game is so much simpler. The father game is currently being sent to publishers to see any investment opportunities. So that's what we're doing here. We're just working on this game. We'll get a vertical slice for this game as well. And just like any studio, you start pitching your projects or your portfolio to a variety of investors and see who's interested in what. So in this case, what we're going to do here is go to this breakable here. We have a hurt me sound. And so in this case, it's going to be the enemy hurt sound. See? Hit me. And then there's a break sound, which is the enemy... it's really going to be the die sound or the corpse explode sound. So let's see how this feels for now, okay? The ambient sound currently going on is my fan behind me. You guys ready? See how it sounds. Ooh. That felt pretty good, actually. Something's wrong, though. Let me do it one more time. Sometimes you feel it right here, what's wrong, but you don't know what it is here. So you have to do it multiple times. Mainly the volume. It's the volume. So I want them to all be correct, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our enemy here. Enemy die. Here's corpse explode. Yeah, that's too quiet for some reason. So I'm going to open this up on Audacity, take a look and see why it's so quiet. If it's not between -6 and -12, then we got a problem. It is, so we're good. So what I'm going to do is just fine tune it in our script itself. I love having complete control over the various volumes of sounds. So what I usually do is, every sound is going to be between -12 and -6 decibels. But it still doesn't mean that you can't go into the script and tweak the volumes there as well to better fit and make things a little bit more rewarding, right? So let's go to our die, our break here. And you can see here we have play one shot, and it's the break sound. Okay. Then we also have, so let's change that to 1.5. Okay. And also the hurt sound. See, look, we have a hurt sound as well. Let's make that 1.2. Okay. Now, we really want things to feel snappy and alive, and so that's probably our first step, is make sure the sounds are good. There is something going on here, though, that I wanted to mention, and I think it's the player feels a little too soft. That felt pretty good. Let's do a freeze frame effect, okay? We're going to do the freeze frame effect. The freeze frame effect is when you hit the object itself. I want to make sure that, so it's happening right here. We'll go player.instance, and I want to make sure it's not happening anywhere else. Freeze frame effect. Time, the amount of time is, let's just keep it at its default. And let's see if that feels good. So basically what this is going to do is it's going to freeze the game for just a split second. So that the player feels a little bit more like they're impacting something. I could be wrong here, but that's the goal here. That's the goal. So let's try it out. Let's go to our break here as well. And we're going to put one in there as well. So let's take a look and see if this freeze frame effect helps things feel a little bit more alive. Don't ever underestimate the value of fine-tuning and fine-tuning and fine-tuning and fine-tuning. This is important. Things that are repeatable, okay? That you use over and over. Things that are modular, okay? So in this case, an enemy, you better make sure it's really fun, okay? See, he just did it there. He sort of slid on the enemy. We really need to do a ray cast down, which sucks. So let's see here. We're doing it here. Yep. I might need to do a ray cast to be extra sure. Man, I'm just so frustrated because sometimes you just don't get that perfect collision and it causes the player to slide just a tad. If I set it to stay, I mean, I'm curious here. Yeah, man, I don't know why it's doing that. I think that's something I'll throw at Gordon. Gordon, do you want to do this? All right, so I don't know exactly why that's happening, but I don't know if you guys saw it, but you were able to touch the bug for like a split second, and it made things feel not very heavy. So it's fine. I'll see if I can get Gordon to take a look at that. Gordon's my intern. The next thing I want to do here is I actually want the beetle to flip upside down after it dies. Okay? And then like turn black and then explode. Okay? So this is something I've never done before. So let's see if we can figure out a way to flip the graphic over. It's gonna be tough. It'll like flip like this and then flip over. The problem here is that not every graphic is gonna be the same. So some of them won't look right. So I wonder if what I should do instead is on the graphic itself add a box collider. Ugh, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I feel like that might be an interesting idea. Add a box collider here. And then just sort of wrap the body. Right? And then just turn it into a rigid body and have it launch. You know? I don't know, it might be something to consider. So we can try it out. So he just sort of launches in the air. Yeah, his kinematic is false. The mass will be, that's fine. So the idea here is to disable the rigid body and the box collider when he's not dead, and then launch him in the air. But of course, I do wonder, we've already got this capsule collider here. Is that going to cause problems? It might. Let's think about this. I'm a big fan of ensuring everything is as robust and easy to use as possible. The problem is the rotation here. That's really the only problem I've got. So when he dies, we want him to pop in the air and rotate and land on his back, right? So goodness me, guys, I don't know. Let's see here. What do you guys think? Does anybody have any ideas on how we want to handle this? How we want the bug to flip, you know? All right, yeah. Really, I want it to be so quick and so fast. The problem with the animation is I want this to work no matter what we've got on the inside of the enemy. No matter what the graphic is, I want it to work, okay? If I were to rotate it and do an animation like this, the problem with that is this animation, well, if every animation, okay, that might work. Yeah, I think we're okay. Here, let's try it. Animation, enemies. Basically, all I need to do is tell Felipe, hey, any enemy you create, you need to make sure the origin is at their feet. That's all he needs to do. And then every enemy will work the same. This is enemy die. So set the record mode, turn it on, and what he's going to do is he's going to go from 0. So first thing I want to do is just make him pop in the air, like this. Now, how do you make it look like a jump, guys? You go to the curves, okay? And then you zoom in as far as you can go here. Select one of them. Nope, not that one. The green one. Yep. And then make it look like this. There we go. Okay? And then you can actually copy this, paste it. Almost there. There we go. Make sure these are broken. Look at that. And then we'll pull this one down. And then we'll scale it. You can actually just take all of these, scale. Now this is going to give us a nice bounce animation. So almost. I know it looks bad. Hold your horses. Because those subtle details there for the shape of the curve are really important. Boom. And it's not going to loop. It's important to remember. And we're also going to just rotate him, okay? So we start with a rotation along the x-axis at 0 and flip him onto his back. So that's going to be 100 and negative 180, okay? I'm going to keep it nice and clean. Boom. So actually flip all the way until he gets to the back point. Boom, and then bounce. Okay? Now, remember, you want to make sure that your curves aren't so smooth. So I'm thinking if he dies, it's a quick flip. So I'm thinking it needs to be pretty fast at the start. I could be wrong here. So let's take a look. Boom, boom. Okay, we'll speed it up. Let's try the other way. Kind of like that. Okay, and then we're going to do a squash. Well, first off, let's make sure the the bottom point here is correct, okay? So all we're gonna do is pull his position up. This shouldn't change any of the curves information we made. Then this goes a bit higher, and then this goes back down to 0, right there, okay? We'll do a constant speed for that rotation. I think that's probably the best idea we've got so far. There we go. I think he needs to go fast. Yeah. I could be wrong here, but I feel like he needs to go. Let's see here. Man, I'm having trouble. It needs to go like this. Okay, so it's pretty fast here. Okay, and then the high point here, I'll put that there. This high point right up here, let's make sure we set it to pivot and then global. Let's pull him up. There we go. You could even have him flip to about right here, like this, and just along the X, rotate, and then as he bounces, he comes forward. There we go. Let's try that. Probably that rotation needs to be a little bit slower to right here. This one can go over here. There we go. We're getting there, guys. And then speed it up. It feels like it needs to be a little bit faster right here on the rotate. There we go. Yeah, so for those of you who are saying make it faster, or you were saying that, I find it's really helpful to animate slowly. Make sure it looks good when it's slow, and then I speed it up at the end. See different angles here. Yeah, I think we could probably have him come forward a little bit. Boom. Right when he hits here. Right when he hits here, that rotation point is set. And then he comes forward. Pretty aggressive to about right here. And then when he comes down, it remains and then he rotates. Yep. So that final rotation is at the end. There we go. I don't know. Probably just do this for now. There we go. Josh's suggestion is nice. What's Josh's suggestion? Have the legs curl inward as they actually are like hydraulics. When they die, the blood doesn't pump. Yep, I totally agree. I totally agree there. So there's two separate animations going on currently. There's a global animation that's not related to the spider. It doesn't matter what the enemy is. It could be a cat, it could be a mouse, it could be anything. This animation should work for that enemy no matter what. That's sort of a parent global animation. That's what we're working on currently. The next set of animations we do is, if we have time during the polish phase, we go into a much more granular animation, which is a child, and it's the animations associated with each model. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a squash now. Boom. Pretty fast too. Good. Let's try that. Ugh. I think I'm just good with that. And then he shrinks. Shrinks down. Now, assuming the pivots are the same, no matter what, we can move the position down. That's the theory. I could be wrong here. Oh, it's so frustrating. I feel like we need to do a rigid body. And then he pops. Yeah, I don't know. We might want to do a rigid body, guys. We'll fix that. I feel like a rigid body is just so much. Yeah, we're going to do a rigid body. So you hit it. The rigid body is done. Yeah. Okay. I think I've got it. I don't like this enemy die animation, so we're gonna delete it. Okay. Something tells me that we're gonna have a lot easier time in the long run if we're willing to just do the work up front to get the graphic to be a rigid body. Okay. The graphic itself will be something like a sphere collider, although I'd much rather it be a box collider. And we're just gonna set it to 3 by 3 by 3. Or how about scale it. The only problem here is we're gonna need to do this for every single enemy. Set up the box collider for the graphic itself, okay? They're gonna be bouncy as well. So we're gonna go to the physics material. Type in physics material, okay? And it's gonna be collectible, huh? Yeah, I think that's good. And this rigid body is kinematic, and the box collider is disabled by default. Okay? Now, we're going to go into the breakable script, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to the top here, and we're going to create a new serializable field, or serialized field, and this is going to be the oh man, I feel like we should have a separate class. But let's try this for now. This is going to be the game object. It's going to be a game object. We're going to call this graphic. Okay. Do I already have one? I don't think I do. So we're going to call this parent graphic. We're just going to call it graphics. We're also going to call this graphics box collider. We're also going to have one called graphics box collider. And then finally, we're going to have one called graphics rigid body. Okay. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to have the ability to unparent all of these here. And we also need a Boolean. And it's called curl up and die. Curl up on death. Or tumble on death equals false. Okay. Now, here's what we need to do. We need to go to our death sequence here. It's really our break sequence, because this is the class we've got here is a breakable class. That breakable can be applied to boxes. It can be applied to throwable bones that we've got. And it can also be applied to the enemies, right? So here's what we're going to do. If tumble on death is true, then we're going to do some stuff with those rigid bodies, okay? Otherwise, no. We're just going to destroy. See? Whoops. Okay. Otherwise, just destroy. Now, graphic box collider dot is enabled equals true. Graphic rigid body dot is kinematic equals false. Then graphic rigid body dot transform dot parent equals null. And then finally, let's see here. Honestly, we could just continue and just destroy the game object. Which means that really all we need to do is check if graphic.rigidbody, that's really what we want to check. If that exists, then we know that we want to do this. Although we could be pretty specific and say, no, we want to specify if a breakable will tumble. Just because there's a rigid body we've specified doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to tumble on our def. Okay. Alrighty. So that looks like it should work just fine. Then finally, graphics rigid body. Come on, Thomas. What are you doing, buddy? Graphics rigid body. I can't type today. Dot add force, and it's going to be a random value, right? But let's go ahead and create it. Vector 3 random force equals new vector 3, and it's going to be random dot range. We're just going to do this for now. Okay, guys? Just this for now. So it's going to just launch it somewhere. And then we're going to do random force. That should do it. That should do it, right? And then, this is the best part. We need to create a yield. No, we're going to just destroy the object. We're going to create a new script. And it's going to be called something like body or tumbler or corpse or something. All right. So let's test and see if this does the trick. All right. We need to test two things. The first thing we want to test is, does this affect the breakable boxes in any way? Because it shouldn't. The breakable boxes should just break. So let's go ahead and make sure. These are all, tumble on death is false. Therefore, all those values are not there. What's this graphics thing? Do I need that graphics variable? What is that? Do we use that? I don't think we do. We don't use it. So we'll delete it. Now we only have these two variables here. All right. So now, let's test. Let's go ahead and assign the variables, right? So we have our breakable here. Let's assign the box collider for the graphic and also the rigid body, okay? I'm gonna apply all to all of the spider enemy types. But the box collider here, or the box here, shouldn't have any tumbling happening to it. So let's take a look. This should work just as I remember. Okay. Still works, good. Okay, those work just fine. On this guy's death, he should tumble. He went somewhere very far away. Let's take a look. He went somewhere very far away. We need to double check. There's graphic. Ah, yes. We need to say tumble on death. And what that should do is he should tumble forward. Okay? And we shouldn't see any scaling issues. Why? Because our scale of our parent is set to 1. Our graphic is set to 1 as well. So we shouldn't see any weird scaling issues. Nothing like that. So we'll take a look here. Good. Good. There he goes. Awesome. Now, that flash intensity, that value, show flash effect else. Yeah. So what we need to do is we need to go, we need to make sure we set the mesh renderer for all of this here. We need to set those to go back to normal. So let's double check something here. Set flash material. Okay, I'm gonna just create that right here. What this does, guys, this is creating that flash effect when you hit the enemies. Public void update, or set flash material. This was a script I wrote earlier today before we did our live stream. So we just need to set it right there, good. And we're gonna have it set to flash intensity lerp, which is totally fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have this set, show flash effect, good. Okay, I think I've got it. Show flash effect equals false, and then also flash intensity lerp is going to be 0. Okay, we're gonna set it, and then everything will be set here. Actually, I would much rather do it right before, just to be sure, right before we unparent. Okay. All right. Let's do it here as well, just to be sure. And health is greater than 0. Otherwise, we should be good here. We'll double check. I think we should be good here. I'm glad he flips pretty fun, actually. I kind of like that. So let's hit play again. And I don't mind if he doesn't land on his back. Shoot. I don't know why the else flash intensity lerp is going to be 0, and then that way, that way we can actually set it here. Set flash material. If it's zeroed out, it should do it just fine. Otherwise, yeah, I think we're good here, guys. Let's check it out. Crap. That is so funny. There's a lot going on that we need to fix. Okay, so for some reason we cannot set, he's not getting set to the right value for his color. So we need to make sure the emission value is set to 0, right? Wait a second. There it is. It's turned on. So that value needs to go back down to 0. I'm confused as to why that is. And health is greater than 0. Huh. So what? What's going on? I think I need to do it right here. Just bear with me for just a sec, guys. I'm a little lost here. Why? Null reference exception. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Okay, let's just take a look and see what's going on here. I'm gonna remove this. Really, he should go back. I think it's because maybe he dies or something. I'm not so sure. I'm gonna hit play one more time. I want to see what happens when you hit him just once. Okay. So what's happening is there's an emission value on the shader, and it should go back down to 0 on death. That's the thing. It should. I'm just unsure why. I'm going to create a value here, float flash intensity. Okay. And it's going to be this. And then now we set it right here. Good. Okay. Okay. I think I've got this. Whoa. Okay. Man, I don't know, guys. We'll see. Man, I don't know. Show flash effect equals false. We'll see what we got. I'm not so sure what's going on. Okay, let's move forward though, and then we come back. I'm feeling a little bit confused. Okay, this is gonna be called enemy corpse. We're gonna create a new script called enemy corpse. We're just gonna put it right there. And what this does is it's just gonna basically shrink me. We don't really need an animation on there or anything. It's just gonna shrink the scale. So we're just going to do on update if transform dot local scale is greater than new vector 30, actually just regular vector 30. If it's greater, why? Really? Transform dot scale. Local scale. I believe we should be able to do minus equal time dot delta time. Delta time. Come on, that's so annoying. There we go. So we're gonna go down at the rate of the clock, and then we're gonna do shrink speed. This is a variable that we're gonna have called shrink speed, serialized field, float, shrink speed. And by the way, guys, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, it's totally free. It's my treat to you. You can use this game kit however you want. I really don't care. Use this game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in just 14 days. And also, if you don't like 2D game development, you're more interested in 3D game development, I have a free 3D course below called Easy 3D. It's how to get into 3D game development, so be sure to click below, check that out. You can take this course whenever you want, log in whenever you want, it's totally free, and go at your own pace. So yeah, check that out below, guys. Okay, so we've got shrink speed of 1. We can set that however we want. If the shrink speed gets below or equal to 0, we're going to destroy this game object. We're also going to emit particles, instantiate death particles. We're going to instantiate those at the transform.position. And we're also going to quaternion identity, meaning just a 0 rotation, and it's not going to have a parent. Okay. Let's create those death particles really quick. Serialized field, particle system, actually game object, particle, death particles. Good. All right. And those should instantiate just fine. For now, what we're going to do is just do some cool. There's also a death sound we want to play. Death sound. So let's go ahead and make sure we do that as well. Player.instance. Audio source. Play one shot, and we'll do death sound. Okay. How about corpse explode sound? Just for clarity, it's not really a death sound, is it? It's more of a corpse popping sound. Okay, guys. So that should do it. All right, death particles, all we're gonna do now is just some, just a generic poof. We're gonna do a corpse explode sound. Remember we had that death sound? We had enemy, death, yeah, there it is, corpse explode. This one right here. Okay? So now, what do we need to do here? Well, it's a little complicated. So what we need to do is basically enable, honestly, I'm gonna have it have an if statement here. If rigid body, let's specify that we have one. Serialized field, rigid body. If the rigid body is kinematic, then you can go ahead and begin doing this. If rigid body dot is kinematic, if it isn't, then go ahead and do all this stuff. Okay, that's about it. All right, guys, you want to take a look? I have never understood quaternions. I never will, and I don't plan on understanding them. See that? Ugh. Like I was able to walk on that for just a split second. See that? There it is. That's so annoying. We got to figure that out. You shrinking? What is going on? Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Rigid body. Specify it. There we go. You think we should check the magnitude? Nice. There we go. That's what we wanted. Now, here's the thing. We want to slowly make it darker and darker and darker. That's the trouble. I don't really know how to do that. You see this in Zelda. So I'm struggling to better understand how to do this. Firstly, I want to make sure of one thing. The first thing is I want to make sure, where's my breakable? Okay, there it is. I also want to add a angular, oh, is it torque? Times 10. Let's try that. I want it to like float, rotate, go nuts. When you say after some seconds, I really want it to disappear after it gets to 0. Although you might be right. You might be right. So it's like shh, boom, and pops. Okay, so here's what we'll do. It's an interesting idea. I think I would just rather say if the local scale is greater than 0.4, then do that. So we also need a shrink sound. So serialized field, game object. This is going to be an audio source. Shrink sound, audio source. I'm just going to call it audio source. Okay. Then what we do is we just say audio source dot play. If audio source dot is playing, if it's not playing, then go ahead and play. Audio source dot play one shot. Actually, no, just play. That's all we need to do. And then we'll stop it. We really don't need to stop it, do we? So that's all we need to do. So this is going to be sort of a swelling sound, like a sound. So let's go to our, let's see here. Where am I? My brain. Ah, yes. Let's go to our Discord, or not Discord, Artlist.io. And let's go to a tea kettle or something. Some kind of tea kettle sound. Or shrink. Just a shrink sound. That's kind of cool. Let's mix that with like a whoosh sound. Swell. I think we can combine these two. We'll see. All right, so let's take a look here, guys. So we'll fade it in. And it'll do like it'll swell up and then pop. But we're not going to worry too much about making it the perfect length, because by the time it's at 0, it'll probably pop around right here. Okay, so we should be good. And then here's our swell. I'm actually going to reverse it. And then do a higher pitch. Good. All right, I think that's fine, honestly. I'm not too concerned about it because it's only going to last for a couple seconds, and I really like that crackling sound. So we're going to call this enemy shrinking. Okay. Click OK, and go back to our little beetle graphic here. Go to our audio source, create a new audio source, and make sure we drag that in here. And then all we're going to do is put that shrinking sound. And then set the play to wake, turn that off. We don't want it to loop either. And then make sure we don't even need to set it to stop because it's going to destroy it. The shrink speed is a little much, so we're going to do something like 0.5 and then hit play. All right, guys? Uh-oh. Sweet. That feels great. Too fast, obviously. So set it to 0.3. And it needs to turn black as well. This whole coloring change is a real problem. So now what we need to do is make sure we apply this to all the beetles. Something I'm trying to figure out here is I don't want the player to be able to interfere with the bug. I kind of want to be able to run through it. So let's see here. Player, we could set it to ignore player. Yeah, we can do that. So it's set to enemy for some reason. I don't think it needs to. So we can just set it to ignore player. And hopefully, you know, that won't interfere with the player at all. Also, ignore player, it doesn't interfere with collectibles either, which is great. Now we can't stack on top of those gems. So he didn't flip there. Okay, so the angular speed and also the sounds really suck. So let's figure out what to do with that angular speed here. So let's go to our breakable script here. And looks like we need to add a much stronger torque. The force, I think it needs to be much higher as well. I'm not sure why, but we're going to do it. No, I think it's really, it's not the force we're worried about. It's really that torque. We want it to spin like crazy. Okay, show me how to do the Sea of Ash. You said we can change the curve. How do we do it? That didn't work. I don't even think we need that shrink sound. Let's remove the shrink sound. It feels weird. So we're going to remove that and remove it from the script. Okay. So we've got a couple issues here. We've got the color issue, obviously, but we also have got sometimes it doesn't fly in the air. That was great. That felt good. Hey, but it was able to touch me for some reason. It touched me for, was it? This one up here for some reason doesn't bounce. Isn't that strange? I'm gonna apply, no, we're good here. So for some reason he doesn't bounce. I would argue instead of adding force, we want to set the force. Okay? So I'm gonna go to the breakables all the way over here. I'm gonna move it over here. And we're gonna go ahead and set the graphics rigid body dot velocity. We're gonna zero it out. First and foremost, just zero it out. And then we're going to go ahead and velocity equals this. And the angular velocity equals this. Now, we also need to make sure that the max angular velocity is something like a bunch, like 300. just to be sure here. So that should, I mean, we'll take a look. It's probably going to make him spin like crazy, but that's better than having him not do it at all sometimes. And then we'll tweak it from there. There he goes. Okay, good. That's what I want to see, actually. There he goes. Okay, yeah. So obviously, you know, we've got some crazy values. So I'm going to go ahead and set the... we're going to create a new float, and we're going to call this random force multiplier. And we're going to set it to something like 10, okay? That way we can just stick it right here. And we don't need to change the 100 value every effing time. So now we can just go back and take a look. So it looks like now we're finding random values to add force between -10 and +10. That's what we're looking at right now. There he goes. So he just got, whoa. Let's just work with the velocity for now. That doesn't make any sense. Huh. Let's take a look. I don't know why it was that much. That doesn't make any sense at all, actually. I feel like it just needs to be the Y value. There we go. So that soft movement is really problematic. Why? That's great. But this guy up here, he never moves. Look at that. He never launches. What if I delete you and then take this guy and move him back? It's just weird. I don't know what's going on. It's I just want you to bounce in the air just a tad. So what we're gonna do is gravity blah blah blah. Ooh, yeah, we'll do this. New vector 3. I actually don't want it to go anywhere, X or Y. All we want to do is that one random force value dot Y. Okay, that's all we're gonna do. Then we'll work with the angular velocity in a bit. I mean, I could probably just do it right now. I think I know that this is gonna work. Let's take a look here. Are you randomizing the Y value? I am, that's why. Okay, you're right, thank you. It needs to be positive. Honestly, it doesn't need to be random at all. It just needs to be, I see. Yes. So the random force multiplier value is only associated with angular velocity. With the velocity itself, I'm fine with just making it 20 at all times. Every time you kill it, it's 20, right? That makes a lot more sense. Thank you, guys. Smart people. Thank you. Haha! That's awesome. Oh my word. So many things. So many things that I'm confused about. I think it might be the coins. The coins are really a problem. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that the coins do not spawn currently. I think that's what's causing a lot of these problems. So let's go to the actual beetle itself. No spawnable objects, right? Nothing's gonna spawn. So I think overall we should be good. Those coins are really causing a problem. Gordon, I'll have you fix this for me one day. Why is it launching me so high? It makes no sense. Because it's like, this. Well, that's why, you moron. It's supposed to be set to ignore player, you stupid moron. Yes, change the children. What do you think? Oh my gosh. No wonder. Okay, so obviously the angular velocity is insane, so we're not going to do any of that. We're just going to do, we don't need to multiply that by anything. We're going to call this random angular velocity multiplier. Okay, it doesn't even need to be random. That's the thing. Like, everything should be pretty fine-tuned, to be completely honest, guys. We really shouldn't be doing this random stuff, because this is a platformer, and so I think having it at 30 by negative 30 by 30, that's just fine. Okay, we'll set this to 100, get a nice even 100. Yeah, I don't think random values in a platformer like this is a good idea. Yeah, never ever be fooled, guys. A simple game is usually not. That looked great. Haha! That's fun. I mean, it probably should be random, because the reason why, let's just create a new random, let's just do it right here. The reason why is because it's always going to go in the same direction. Now, what we could do is we could multiply it times, could we do times transform dot forward? Could we do that? You can't do that. We could do, I'm just going to do it like this. Obviously. Come on, Thomas. What are you doing today? There we go. All right, whatever. So vector 3, random angular velocity equals this. Guys, the reason I'm going back and forth here is because I just realized the problem is it's always going to launch in the same direction with the same speed, so they'll always sort of go like to the left corner, and that's silly. That felt great. Ooh, that felt good too. That's exactly what we want, guys. Now, did you notice something? When we pound it, we don't get a flash effect. So, a couple things here. I'm gonna actually now that we've got this done, what we're going to do is there's a flash effect here, and that flash effect should be its own script. It's an unfortunate truth. It really is. But we're going to go ahead and create a new script. It's going to be called flash effect. Does it really need to be its own script? Colorize mesh coloring. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. I'm trying to think this through, honestly. Do they really need to flash white? Can we just see what it looks like if they don't? I think a white flash is great. It's just such a pain in the a-hole. Why did you just flash? I didn't tell you you could. Why did you flash? Oh. Right here. I think I got it. I got it. Okay, I'm gonna do the. I've got it. I just figured it out. It was just not connecting in my head. So we have this thing called the flash effect. Okay, for some reason it's yeah. So what it's gonna do is we'll be able to flash a certain color. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Let's figure this out. Color. There we go. Now the problem is can we emit a black color? Let's double check. Because if we can emit a black color, then we should be good to go. So if we set the emission, yes, there we go. Black intensity. Shoot, you cannot. Might need to be something like the stroke or outline. Set a massive outline, black. Why? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to flash it white and black, guys. Yeah, flash does add a lot. Could it be the rim lighting we could do? Like I think I might have figured out what to do. So I'm so confused. I'm going to delete this colorize really quick. I think I have an idea. Where did it go? Mesh colorize. Delete. Still have errors here. What's going on? Okay, I don't even want this effect. I think I'm going to do it with the animator. But I've got this theory. I've got a theory. Why? There we go. That we can do it with the animator. if we add a mesh renderer to the graphic here, okay? My theory is, as long as that mesh renderer is attached to it, even though there's no mesh, if we tweak the color properties of this one, it'll tweak the color properties of everything. That's the theory. So if I, for example, change the emission, yep, it changes all of the meshes. So the theory is this: enemy idle and enemy hurt. So the hurt, there we go. Yeah. So what we do here is we flash it with the emission. Yes, okay, I've got it. I figured it out. Thank you, Lord. Flash, the intensity is going to be 10, and then it's going to go down. Why? Oh no, it doesn't work. No. If I set it to that, again, let's go to our record mode here. If I increase it, it doesn't do it. Is it because we got instancing on? Why isn't it doing it for everything? I'm so confused. It doesn't allow me to tweak it. Stupid. So we can't tweak. Can we tweak the base coloring? We can't even do it there. So what about here? Okay, so it's part of that instance. That's the problem. But I want this material. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So let's think here. It really should be one mesh, you know. So what we can do is we can say graphic, and then we can make sure that this is always called body. And if that standard is always set for every enemy, then we can actually do it this way. I think I'm gonna have to do it that way. I'll just tell Felipe, he's the 3D modeler. I'll just say, I need the enemy's bodies always to be one mesh, so that mesh can flash. That's basically all I'll say here. Okay, so there's the flash. This is when you get hurt. Shoot. Why? Drop it down. There we go. Why? That's so weird. It's not recording it for some reason. What on earth? Why? There's a lot of things I'm confused about, guys. So many things that are a problem right now. So you said there's an asset called flash effect, huh? There's got to be a way to do this quickly. I'm going to create that enemy die animation really quick though, because this'll be where the he fades black. I know, guys. Ugh. I want to hit play really quick, make sure I feel good with what's going on. Other than the floaty feeling, it feels pretty good. Okay, it needs to be a script. All right, guys. So we're gonna call this flash effect. It needs to be a script. That's okay. I just didn't want it. I didn't want to do a script, but that's okay. So we're gonna take this crap here, and we're gonna paste it here. Okay. There we go. All right. So we got that. So this is basically gonna find the children. Yep. Here's the update. There we go. Good. All right. So let me just retrofit this really quick. Public show flash. So Boolean show flash effect equals false. The reason we have this Boolean is I don't want this constant changing to occur. So we want to have it show for a hot second right here, wait, and then it gets turned off. Okay, allowing time for the color. So this is the flash effect. Flash intensity lerp is a float, I believe. Yeah, it's gonna be a float. Public float flash intensity. It doesn't really even need to be called that. Just flash intensity is fine. Flash effect speed. And that's going to be a value of 1. And then we just set the material. It does need to be start. Oops, nope. Flash effect. Oh, I see. Yeah. Then there's one more script called set flash material. We're gonna move this. I'll explain this in just a second here. Yep. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Mesh renderers. We need to establish that, which is going to be, yep, up here in start. So we can disable it here. The reason we're doing a separate script is so that I can control it on any object I want. I just throw flash effect on there and then I can fire it from any script I want. So one final thing here is the mesh renderers. There it is right there. Copy that, bring it back to our flash effect here. There we go. Okay, now we have an error here, flash effect. Why? Flash effect members' names cannot be the same as their enclosing type. I see. Show flash effect. There we go. And this is going to be called flash intensity, remember? Okay. All right, so essentially what's happening is first we we'll fire this IEnumerator from any script we want. It'll initiate the flash effect, okay? It's gonna find a bunch of mesh renderers here. We can remove that. So we're setting the flash intensity to 10. We're saying show it, do it, and that will fire in the update. Then we'll wait 1 second and then we'll say stop, right? So that's the flash effect. That should work, honestly. So let's go ahead and I guess try it out. So we can go to our breakable here and remove all those scripts here. There we go. Anything associated with a flash effect except for just the actual flash effect class. Okay, there we go. We don't need any of that, we don't need any of that, we don't need any of that. All this crap here we can remove. Show flash effect, that is where we're gonna put it. So it's on the break. There we go. Yes, okay, we are so close, guys, I can feel it. Start coroutine, flash effect, dot flash effect, and we're gonna say flash effect, dot start coroutine, flash effect. And it's gonna be called start flash effect. Is that right? Show flash effect. Right, guys? And that's gonna be public. Why? There we go. Okay. Does that make sense, guys? No? Let's try it out. Okay? So that should do it. And this is basically going to be if flash effect occurs, if there's a flash effect component, then do it. But otherwise, don't mess with it, right? So here's what we need to make sure we do here. Down here, if flash effect exists on that graphic, then do the flash effect, okay? All right, let's try this out. So we have the enemy corpse. We're also gonna throw on that flash effect script. There we go. Flash intensity is currently set to 0. We don't want that to be public. Really, we don't want to see it, so we're going to do hide in inspector. Because that kind of stuff, these are really, they're not private, but I think they might actually be private, but we don't want to see them. Flash intensity, we don't even want to see that. The flash effect speed, yeah, we want to see that. Okay? I don't mind seeing the mesh renderers either. Okay? All right, fellas. Ladies and gents. Let's click down here, drag the graphic into flash effect. There it is. I'm going to hit apply. So all we're checking for right now is just a simple flash effect, right? It just flashes. Do we have any null references? Nothing of importance. Alrighty. What is going on? Okay, so it's not lerping down. But it worked a little bit. Start coroutine. Show flash effect. Good. So it kind of worked, and now it kind of doesn't. Show flash effect equals true. Flash intensity equals 10. It should go down back to 0. I think it's the speed. The flash effect speed. It should be like 25. Yeah. And honestly, the flash effect speed... I don't know, actually. I'm not so sure. Let's double check something here. Yes, we want the lerp to go to 0. I'll show you. Son of a bee. That one works. It does work, so I'm gonna hit apply and just pretend that nothing happened. Yay! Okay, so that worked pretty good, huh? Yay! I'm gonna get Gordon to work on that. Gordon, we're gonna figure out why that's happening. It honestly feels really good. It feels really, really good. It feels great. I really like how it feels. It feels wonderful. That feels great. Okay, so if we have this set flash effect, well, you know, why don't we also do like just the ability to make it turn black? So what we could do is we could say if decay to black or turn to black, all we're going to do is we're just going to say decay set material turn to black, and we're just gonna say we're gonna set the color of the, what is it, main texture color, something like main color. I'll research it. Black, and we'll have it I don't know how to lerp to a color. Let's double check. Lerp texture color to black unity. Color lerp. So we'll have the lerp occurring on the update. So this is going to be called color lerped black color. Yes, yes. There we go. Color white to color black. I don't think it should be that. Also, let's go to Unity, change texture color, Unity, C#. How to change the color in our texture? Wrong. Change material color, Unity, not texture color. Material dot set color. Okay. And then you just do color. And then you're going to do which color. Okay. Color, this color. Okay. Ah. Wrong. Here it is. And right here you just say which color. Okay. So you're just setting it to which color. So it would be here. There we go. Then you just do it here. There's the color lerping. So it's not going from white to black. It's going from my current color, right? So it's mesh. That's a real pain, actually. It's a real pain. The current color for all of my materials, basically, which sucks. So how about this? Here's what we'll do. We can do it in the for each, I believe. I believe we can. Maybe, maybe not. Let's just try white to black for now and see what we get. we might actually be okay. Assuming all the enemies are like a white base color, we actually might be fine. That'll be pretty slow. I don't want math ping pong. I just want time dot delta time. Okay. And then we'll just set it. Set flash material, and that's going to be the lerped black color. Okay. Why? Why? It's a float? Why is it a float? It's a color. Why? Lerp color unity C#. You can't oh, okay. Well, I don't know actually. Private color lerped color is going to be color white. Okay. Then we do it right here. Why? Oh, Thomas, you dumb man. Wow. We're so close, guys. Maybe turn to black. Jeez. Okay, and then turn to black if that's set to true. So this is going to be a, I'm fine with it being public, Boolean, turn to black. It's going to be false. So basically what you do is you say, you're just going to set it to true. So you just go here, and then you go to the death. If flash effect exists, then all you say is flash effect dot turn to black equals true. So it'll slowly begin turning to black. The theory has been established. Are we correct? Are we going to do this, guys? Let's take a look. Color.clear, huh? Okay, we'll take a look. Maybe it happened. I don't really know if it happened. You know, I don't really know. Let's see here. I could try it just by clicking it and see what we get. Where are you, buddy? Let's click it and see. It wouldn't even matter if I was doing it, because we can't change it. Isn't that strange? Oh, I think I know what's going on. We'll remove that mesh renderer. That's useless. I want to hit apply. Try one more time, okay, guys? By the way, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, be sure to check it out. I use the same game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in just 14 days. You can use it however you want. There we go. Okay, so it should be doing it. So let's do this. Let's go to our flash effect again. If show flash effect is true, then we're gonna just try this. We're gonna, instead of doing this flash intensity, hey, wait. Turn to black, color white to color black. Can we do color clear? Didn't you say we could do that? Okay. Then we go to our lerped. Turn to black is right here. Good. And so for each mesh renderer, color change to which color? Good, which is the lerped black color. So, you know, it should work. That's the weird thing. Enable keyword. We might need to do color. We'll see. All right. Okay, they all turned to black. Frighteningly. That scared me. So I think it's because of this. We'll start with white. And what I'm going to do is just select turn to black and just see what happens. Let's take a look at the actual graphics. We got all these, so they should be turning to black. Let's see, we might need to Google search how to change color. Change base color, Tunicolors Pro 2, Unity C#. Set color. We're doing that. So I don't really know what we need to do here. Set color, the string name, color. Isn't that what it is, guys? Let's double check. Set color, set material, base color, Unity C#. Let's double check something here. I'm going to remove this. I'm just going to do color.black. See what we get. Okay. Let's just try that. Quite confusing. We are close though, aren't we? I can feel it. Nope. Man, guys, what are we doing wrong here? What is going on? We are so close. Show flash effect is false. Turn to black is false. So really, it should work. I mean, let's test it out. Let's do this. Debug.log. Attempting to change color to black. Right? So if we turn it on, that should start firing. If that's not firing in the console, we know that it has nothing to do with the texture. There we go. So it's attempting with no cigar, right? So we got to figure out why we can't change the color to black. Namin? And for that, I can't tell you. I really can't tell you. We're using Tunicolor. What am I saying? Tunicolors Pro. Change material color. Unity. How strange, guys. I don't know what's going on. We were so close. But that's just the way it goes. Yeah, they've only got one material. And we're able to change, guys, we're able to change the emission. So, swap textures? No. Are you sure the renderer's got only one material? Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Is the property name really color? I guess. I mean, I have no idea. Let's double check. Let's see if we can open up our little script here. Edit shader. Color. It's called base color. Was it really that easy? Let's take a look here. I think it might be base color. All right, let's try one more time, guys. There we go. Alrighty then. So all that means, guys, is we just need to say which color. Thank you, guys. That was very helpful. I appreciate it. Flash intensity good. Lerped black color's good. So we're lerping from clear to black over the course of about 1 second, 2 seconds. I would say something like ×2, a little bit faster. And overall, I think we can. That should do it. So let's double check. So guys, now we know anytime you're looking to tweak a color value, it might be different per shader, and you might need to dig into the shader and look at it. Okay, a little fast. Why? Wait. Why? Why was it so fast? Why was it so fast? Why is it so fast? Let's double check. We're close, guys. What we're going to do is just mute the audio because I'm getting sick of this song already. No, it's not multiplied by speed. So if I just click, it's so fast. It's so fast. It shouldn't be, though. You know what I mean? Because we've got... Wait. Let's try this. So the color begins to lerp. Could be that it's going from clear to black. Let's try that as well. This should be just... We'll keep it at 1 for now, obviously. Yeah, I think maybe it had to do with that the value being set in the condition. I'm not so sure. Try white. Yeah, I think white's probably the best option here. So let's double check. It's going. Is it? Is it? It's not. Man, I'm frustrated. Debug.log. Attempting to color to which color? I just need to see it in the debug. Oh, that's it. You're right. You're totally right. Thank you so much. Wake up, slave. That's great. Thank you so much. So basically we set the lerped color. Lerped color, okay. Lerped color is going to be the get color. We're going to have to get it somehow. Can we do that? You know? I don't know. I don't know. It needs to be in the 4 as well. So it's slowly lerping as we run through this for statement, which seems like a real bad idea, but we're going to try it out. I appreciate that, Jeff. No, we haven't hit a brick wall. We're almost done. But I appreciate it, Jeff. I appreciate it. All right, let's take a look. Close. It just did it so fast. You know? It just did it so fast. Oh, I think it did it so fast because I think I may have figured it out. Okay, I got it. I think I've got it figured out, guys. Yeah, it's the lerp should still, I believe, the lerp should still be in the update, okay? But the current color equals this. That's all it is. So we get the current color when we run through the for loop. That way we can do it right here. Current color. And then that should do it. Right? And then lerped colors here. And then this is color. Which color? Pass it through back into here. Woo! That should do it. Naked HD is in the house. All right, guys, here we go. Take a look. See what we got here. Why are you so fast? Get the current color before set color. Oh. You sure? I don't even know if that matters. Ooh, we're so close. Come on. Please, Lord. Put this back in update. Lerped color equals what? What are you talking about? What? We are so close. So you're saying it needs to be this? It needs to be lerped color? That? Is that it? Is that really it? Is that it? You need to change it before lerping? Default lerped color to X? What are you talking about? Ugh. Lerped color is private, so it's black? What? Okay, lerped color. I see. I feel like it by default it would be white. Let's take a look. So you're saying it's like black already? Okay. So current color doesn't even do anything. I think I figured it out. Meaning, I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. I'm lost at this point. I told you guys I'm not the best at code. You need lerp unclamped, Thomas? Oh well. Pretty frustrated, actually. But it's okay. It was so fast. I don't know, guys. I mean, I thought so too. Yeah. It should just be this right here. Which color? So that should just lerp from color white to color black, right? And then it should just lerp the color. Flash effect speed is fine. That's not associated with this black at all. Now it doesn't do it at all. Why can't I just see the value? Let's just see it. Let's take a look at the lerped color. How about that? Let's do public lerped color and just watch it. You can see what we get. There it is. Set to white. Alpha 100 and take a look. I mean, at the very least, this should change. And it doesn't. So I feel like what we need to do is do this. What are you talking about? Time.delta's right there. In your lerp, set a float time plus equals time delta time. What? Like this? I don't know. Is that what you're saying? I don't understand what you guys are talking about. I don't know what you guys are talking about, honestly. So I'm at a loss. I mean, if you want to keep trying. I feel like you're right. I haven't seen it work. And should this be color white right here? Is that what that should be, or should it be the current value? Current color. So this needs to be lurked. Okay. So you're just saying a smaller number should do it. Okay. Nope. Wait, it's going. It's moving. Okay. It's moving. Glad I waited. Thank the heavens. Thank all things that are glorious and good. But I don't even understand what the heck. Well, shouldn't it just do... What? I don't understand what I did wrong, but I feel like that should do it. It will never work. Kaitan. Wow. There we go. It works. So let's just multiply this times 3. And guys, we are good to go. Yeah, I don't really need to grab the current color of the material. Alrighty. Alright, let's test it out. I don't know. Have you seen? I don't know. Well, let's take a look. Holy... Why? I don't understand. No. No. That is so dumb and so odd. Because if I hit play here, it was working totally fine. Oh. Yes. Apply all. I'm about to start crying. Thank you, TL Prod. Yes. Thank you, Lord. That feels great. It's worth the effort, guys. Make sure it works well with the boxes. It does. Okay, so before we end the day, let's take a look at our final product, guys. What a wonderful, wonderful Good Friday. So if we go to our main menu, hit play. I'll turn the volume up for you guys.
Choose your good boy.
And by the way, guys, again, these songs I did not write. This is Animal Crossing and it's Zelda. What do we want to name him? Charlie?
Good choice.
Awesome. That feels great, guys. Houdini!
Choose your good boy.
All right, guys. Best cams is in the chat. Wow. All right, guys. I hope you guys had a good time today. Did you enjoy that? Was that fun? All right. I think it's a pretty fun game. Once we get a fun little level set up with all the platforms and the mechanics tightened up, it's gonna be pretty fun. It's gonna be kind of like Banjo-Kazooie or Mario. Sweet. Be sure to check out that game kit below, guys. Totally free 2D game kit, and also check out the free 3D course below. Guys, these resources are going to help you. How many of you have taken advantage of any of the resources below? Let us know in the chat. They're going to help you, and you can use them whenever you want. So it's really, you can't lose. They're totally free. I'll send them to your email. Be sure to check those out. I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers! Get over. Get down. Hey, thanks for watching. By the way, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, click below. It's my treat to you. I used this game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in 14 days, and I actually got to play it with him in front of his audience, which was really cool. This game kit is totally free. It's my treat to you, and you can use it however you want. You can make a commercial game and make $1 million off this game kit. I don't care. Or you could just use it for a hobby project. It's my treat to you. And by the way, if you haven't clicked like, that would mean a ton to me. Hit subscribe. And also, this is important, hit that notification bell. Here's why. If you get notified of when I'm live, you can watch me make my next game and let me know in the chat what you think about the game or any ideas you have. And you might just show up, your chat might just show up in the next video that I upload. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. I love you too.